Amazing, amazing, amazing. There really is no other way to describe this. The Florida Gators put on a basketball masterpiece tonight. It just hit midnight at the time of me recording this, but so I guess officially it's Sunday last night, but you know what I mean. The Florida Gators put on a basketball masterpiece against Arkansas. This was a very good Arkansas team. This is not a bad. This isn't South Carolina. This isn't Ole Miss. This isn't Oklahoma. This isn't LSU. Far from it. This is a very good Arkansas team. It's just that Florida is head and shoulders above them. It is insane how Florida is making some of these good teams in the SEC. Granted, I don't think the SEC, I've said it before, I don't think the conference is as deep this year as it was last year. But Florida is making these teams look not even ordinary. I say like less than ordinary. This was a 34-point win that Florida just put up on Arkansas. 34 points. They didn't beat LSU by this many points. They didn't beat Oklahoma by this many points. They didn't beat Ole Miss by this many points. They didn't beat Georgia. Florida beat Georgia by 20 points in Athens, and they beat them 15 points in Gainesville. It took two of those Georgia margins combined to match or exceed the margin that Florida did to Arkansas. That is, and mind you, Georgia also beat Arkansas. This was a tremendous outing by the Florida Gators basketball team. Alex Condon playing well again, 7 of 14 from the field, 17.6 rebounds, a block, and a couple of assists. It got a little too close with the personal fouls, though. They're gonna have to be a little bit more. Florida's got to be a little bit more careful with that. They had 20 fouls called on them. 4 players were in foul. No, 5. Excuse me, I keep getting it wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. 6 players got in foul trouble tonight. That's not good. They're gonna have to work on that. Thomas Hogg almost fouled out, but and along with Hang Lawton and Boogie and Alex Condon. But great performance tonight. Alex Condon had 17 points, 7 of 14 from the field. Like I said, Thomas Hogg he bounced back like I thought he would. I knew he wouldn't have back-to-back bad games. 7 of 12 from the field, 22 points, game high. Rueben Chinyelu had another double-double. I think he's one more double-double away from tying the most double-doubles in a season in Florida Gator history. He's tied with Al Horford right now, and the leader of that is at 18. And he is just he's 2 more double-doubles away from, and he's probably going to break that record before the conference tournament starts, because you got Mississippi State, they're terrible, and Kentucky, who's Florida's already beaten. And I think he's probably going to break that record. 12 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 16 rebounds, couple of block shots. Boogie Flam, 4 of 5 from the field, 14 points, 5 of 8 from the free throws. Xavier Lee, 6 of 10 from the field, 13 points. Didn't make a single 3-point shot, but I still think he had a pretty good game. 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Needs to take it easy with the turnovers, because now he turned it over 4 times tonight, but you almost didn't even notice it because of how this game went. Urban Klabjar is the 6th man of the year, if there ever was one in the SEC. 4 of 10 from the field, 14 points, 4 3-pointers. A couple of steals, so he was kind of a tyrant on the defensive side. Isaiah Brown, another good guy coming off of the bench, 4 of 5 from the field, 11 points, 4 rebounds. Just a tremendous performance tonight. A tremendous performance. This Arkansas team was a top 10 offense head coming into this game, and Florida held them down to 40% shooting from the field, and just a little bit of over 50% from the free throw line. They did not shoot the ball well tonight. A lot of it was because of the pressure that Florida was putting on them defensively, and I think in those free throws, the crowd got inside the heads of the Arkansas players. It seemed like the crowd made them miss those shots because they were just loud, and the Exact Tech Arena was an insane asylum, as Mick Hubert would say. It was crazy. It was absolutely freaking nuts. Florida shocker. Florida really out rebounded Arkansas 51 rebounds to 31. Did way better from the free throw percentage. 78% free throws to Arkansas's 54. Fast break points, Arkansas, not surprising, had a little bit better, 18 to 13 points in the paint. Florida almost had as many points in the paint as Arkansas did the entire game. 56 points in the paint for Florida, 44 for Arkansas. They led 87% of the game. The largest lead for Florida in this game was 37 points. The largest lead for Arkansas was 5. This game was insane. This was a domination in every aspect of the game that you could ask. 3-point shooting, defensive hustle, blocking shots, just simply wanting it more than Arkansas did. And Arkansas came out like a house of fire, like Texas did. They came out and they took it to Florida. They were going back and forth. It was a back and forth contest for the first part of the first half. And then, like, by halftime, you could tell who in the world was the better team. And the Florida Gators now get to have an SEC title as fruits of their labor. They've already clinched a share of the SEC regular season title. They just now need to beat Mississippi State, and they'll have it outright, meaning nobody else can share it with them. Sucks that Tennessee choked against Alabama. Florida would have gotten it outright tonight and wouldn't even have to worry about it against Mississippi State. By the way, Mississippi State, that's the final home game for Florida on Tuesday on SEC Network. And then they'll finish their regular season against Kentucky, and then they'll play in Nashville for the SEC tournament. Phenomenal performance by Florida tonight. Honestly, this isn't even going to be a long video. I'm going to try to end it here before the 8-minute mark. This is not going to be a long video. Florida just tore up Arkansas in every facet of the game. 111 to 77 points. 111 points to 77, excuse me. Florida will finish the season as the number 1 seed in the conference. They could lose their final 2 games and still be clinched with the number 1 seed because of the head-to-head tiebreaker against Alabama and over everybody else. And the 2 teams that did beat them, Auburn and Missouri, they're too far back to even challenge Florida. And we only have 2 games left of the year before the conference tournament starts. And maybe it's still out of this world for Florida to get the number 1 spot, the number 1 seed, excuse me. But I think they're a very solid 2-seeded team. And I think that would be an insult to give them anything lower than that. So I'm going to end it right here.